Hello, LOLers. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today, we're back with Desperate Housewives and y'all, I think this is going to be the last one. There are 12 little cutscenes and we did 9 of them already. So that means there's only 3 left. Nonetheless, we are back with Leonce and we are on part 6 now. So if you haven't seen part 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, make sure you check it out right now. There's a link to part 5 right there in the corner. And there's a link to the whole Desperate Housewives playlist in the description. So there's no excuse for you to be on part 6 when you haven't seen part 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hello? Right, fix that. But quick little recap, bitch. Where do I start, actually? I think last episode was actually quite traumatizing, to be honest. Daniel Fox fucking died. They literally shot and killed his ass, y'all. And we heard it all on the phone. He was sprawled out like a starfish right outside his own house. And everyone is very sad and hurt about it. Everyone's affected by this. So right now I have these goals and I have to basically take care of everybody. So right now we have the weight of depression. As one might imagine, the loss of his twin brother has Frank terribly distraught and burdened by the weight of depression. Head over to his house to check up on him and make sure he doesn't do anything rash. And then I had to like console them, but they say that it is optional. Oh, can I console Edie? I'm gonna console Edie, but not really. Not really, because I hate her. I wonder if I could say the wrong thing to her, because if I can, I will. Honestly, I'm not ashamed either. Oh, no, Edie is not home. Okay, we're off to a bad start already. Oh, not the police officer. Hello?
Good day to you, ma'am. Is there something I can do for you?
Not there certainly is. Ugh, not the police officer. First Mrs., now ma'am. What's with you people? What the fuck you so mad for?
You just cut right to the chase, don't you?
Yeah?
I'm sorry, but at the moment I'm unable to disclose any information to you regarding Mr. Frank Fox, and I certainly can't let you speak with him. I was told to stand here and see to it no one went inside. This is a crime scene, you know.
The fuck? Of course I know. I live just a few houses down. Everyone on the street knows. I just came by to check on Frank, so get out of the way.
Hey, you.
Bitch, what the fuck do you want? What?
I've been running around like a chicken with his head cut off lately.
Why?
Let's just say the whole murder in the neighborhood thing isn't exactly a boon for the real estate business. I've been so busy rustling up prospective clients that I haven't been able to spend time with Karl. Quality time, if you know what I mean. In the bedroom, in case I'm not being clear.
Who the fuck is Karl? Trust me, Edie, I got it the first time. The officer right next to me understood pretty much everyone in a 100-yard radius, including the paperboy, knows exactly what you're talking about.
Right now, I'm on my way to check out another house going on the market. I'll take care of Karl tonight. And it looks like you're already talking to someone. A handsome someone, if I may say so.
Girl, go ahead and fuck
Is
the
this
police officer.
strapping young policeman here giving you a hard...
No, ma'am. I'm just following orders.
And you're doing an excellent job at that. Tell you what, why don't I fill her in instead?
Wait.
You're looking for Frank, right?
Yeah, have you seen him?
I don't know for sure, but I can tell you where I think he is.
Miss?
You actually just missed him.
That's confidential information, ma'am. I'd appreciate it if you refrained from divulging information regarding Mr. Fox as he relates to this case or his whereabouts to anyone other than an officer such as myself.
Bitch, shut up.
I put him in a squad car just a little while ago.
Oh, shit.
Hey!
What? Why?
I don't think he was under arrest. Officer Friendly here didn't even put handcuffs on him. He did let me play with him, though.
Frank wasn't even there when it happened,
Besides,
right?
Officer Kyle's not the type to manhandle a perp.
Wait a minute. How do you know Kyle?
I was his date to the policeman's ball last year. Trust me, he is more than adept at handling a woman. But a man? Not him.
Ooh.
But they canceled last year's policeman's ball.
Well, why else did they have all those handcuffs and men in uniform in one place?
Girl.
You're new on the force, aren't you?
I'm not that new.
Don't worry about Frank. I'm sure they just wanted him to look through mugshots or something.
He'll be there for a while before they take him to the safe house.
Well, there you go. From the lips of cute little Officer Friendly here. He's at the station if you want to see him.
Yeah, I need to talk to
You've
him.
been so much help. Maybe I'll put in a good word with Officer Kyle.
Thanks, but don't tell him what I said about Mr. Fox.
Oh, don't worry. My lips are sealed. At least when it comes to talking.
Okay, bye. Girl, so gone. For real. Get a hold of Frank. The doors are locked and the lights are off, and Edie says Frank left just moments ago. Fairview has gotten much more dangerous lately, particularly for Frank. Give him a call since you can't reach him in person. If you don't get through at first, keep trying. Okay. Oh, there go Edie. She in her house now. Is this Karl? Who the fuck is Karl? Okay, I did start Desperate Housewives, but I'm only on like episode 4. And okay, Bree's family doesn't deserve her. They don't deserve her.
Hello.
Yeah.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Karl. No. Y'all. Hold on. Hold on. When she said Karl, I was like, you know who was Karl? Susan's ex-husband. But I'm like, nah, Edie wouldn't do that. Bitch, why would I think Edie wouldn't do that? I don't know, you guys. Seriously, I don't know why I thought that. I don't know. I don't know why I thought that. Just go ahead and call me stupid, because I am. Bitch, you got Susan's ex-husband in your house, bitch? You're a nasty little wench. No, you guys, and I don't know if you see my mod, Ty J, in the comments, being nasty. She be commenting something nasty under every video. Yeah, Ty J, I know you're listening to this. She gonna tell me that Edie isn't the villain as long as Gabrielle exists. And bitch, I'm on episode 5, and I'm like, sister, when does Edie not be the villain? Because I don't like this bitch. I mean, she eats, she's cunt, but bitch, I still don't like you, okay? Yeah, fuck. Oh, Karl, you don't owe me any pleasure, not yet. Leonte, no. With his little receding hairline. I don't know, I just thought I'd stop by and see how things were going with you.
Can't really complain. Life is good. Business is good. Edie's good as well.
Maybe I should mess with Karl just to get to Edie, but it's just like, ew, Karl is disgusting. Like, I saw them first 4 episodes is all I needed to see, y'all. Seriously, it's all I needed to see. Is that so? Because I heard something entirely different.
I appreciate your concern, but everything's fine between the two of us. It is surprising that you managed to get a hold of her, though.
If I didn't know any better, I'd swear you were a bit upset about that.
We're not joined at the hip. We have our own lives. But no matter how busy we get, we make time for each other. Like any normal couple.
I'm sorry, Karl, but I'm not sure I believe you. A guy like you should get what he wants when he wants it, don't you think?
I don't think I quite follow you. You want to run that by me again?
Oh my god, ew, why did I have sex with Karl? Okay, well, I didn't have to. I did lead myself here. But it's just like, I don't like Karl, and I don't like Edie. And then I fucked Mike Delfino. And Susan wants Mike. So, honestly, I'm just being a bad person to Susan right now, to be quite... Bitch, I don't give a fuck. This is the last episode. We going out with a bang, bitch. You can't tell me you don't get lonely here while Edie's out all day buying and selling homes.
So, what if I do? What do you want to do about that?
It just dawned on me that you're badly in need of company, that's all.
You guess you'll have to do what?
Oh, Edie walking up on me. Bitch, I'm not scared of you. Hi, Edie. I was just keeping Karl company. Poor guy seemed so lonely that I felt bad leaving him alone in this big house.
Hi. Were you hitting on my boyfriend?
I just stopped by to talk. Karl is such a fascinating man.
Don't mind her. She's just pulling your leg. Aren't you, Edie?
Ooh!
Of course I'm joking. This is almost funny. The two of you should know better than to try to hook up behind my back.
Edie, I'm not scared of you, bitch.
Not without asking me first, at least.
Well, if all I needed to do was ask.
I thought I'd knock off early and come home for a pick-me-up. Now that we've dispensed with the pleasantries, I really need to talk to Karl for a moment.
That shouldn't be too hard. He's standing right there.
You can wait here if you want to. But we're gonna be about an hour or so.
We are?
Yes, we are. Give or take about a half hour. Depending on whether you want side dishes or just the main course.
I'll take the works. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks. I'll see you out.
But wait, don't you have somewhere else you need to be?
Yes, I do. My bedroom in about 10 minutes. Bye-bye.
No! Anyway, let me call Frank.
Hello?
Hey, Frank. Hi, Frank. I know you're with the police, and I hope you aren't too tired of talking with people just yet, so tell me. First off, do you feel like talking to me, Frank? If not, I'll understand.
Sure, we can talk for a minute or two. I've been doing a lot of talking today. First, an officer talked with me at my house. Then I was questioned in a small room at the precinct. And then after that, I was questioned again not too long ago once we got to this dump.
You sound pretty upset.
Upset? No, not really. I don't want to talk about it. I gotta go now.
No,
Bye.
wait. How are you dealing with the
The
loss?
loss? My brother was killed. Don't try to soften it.
Bitch, I heard him on the phone.
I'm not ready to talk about that yet.
Wait, damn.
I'm down at the police station right now. They're calling it questioning, but they've been grilling me for hours in this godforsaken, freezing cold room. They
Damn.
have me doing all sorts of crazy things here at the precinct. The last thing I want to do is answer more questions.
Oh, then I guess that means you don't want to tell me what you're doing
They
right
just
now.
finished questioning me. Now they're taking me somewhere else for my safety, which sounds like a load of bull, but whatever. We're headed to a safe house. I've been told that I'm not supposed to talk about it, but they can all go to hell for all I care. And if that bothers them, tough. On a day like this, I have the right to be a little pissed off.
Oh, yeah, you ate that.
Right now, I just want to get out of this place. These cops are making me nervous. I respect cops and all, but it's starting to make
Bitch,
me
I
feel like
don't.
I've done something
Fuck.
wrong. My brother was the goddamn victim here.
Right.
Protect and serve my ass. The loss. Right. I'm holding up all right. Right now, I'm just taking it day to day. There really isn't anything I can do from here.
I don't suppose I can help you with anything, can I?
What do you mean?
I was talking with an officer earlier. Apparently the police don't have any real leads. I think we should take it upon ourselves to figure out what happened.
If you think you can, then do it. I'd like to help, but it looks like I'll be stuck in some seedy motel somewhere watching the boob tube.
Frank, stay focused.
Oh, right. So, you're gonna need to do some legwork if you plan on finding anything out. If you have any way of finding out what the cops actually know, that would be a start.
Actually, yes, I do. There's a rookie cop with a big mouth that's supposed to be guarding your house. I can make him talk.
Sounds like a plan. Get as much information as you can. We'll figure something out from there. People like talking to you, so it shouldn't be hard. And keep me updated. If I'm in the loop with this whole thing, I won't be going stir-crazy in here.
Will do. Hang in there, Frank. And when is this guitar gonna do something, man? I needed to have a purpose or something. Hold on, let me go see what my girl Bree doing. Oh, Bree not here. Wait, why nobody home? Why isn't anyone home who's supposed to be home? Like, they keep telling me to check on everyone, but they're not even home. Okay, Susan's home.
I guess I'll see you tonight, right?
Oh, this is for later on.
So, yeah, I'll see you at Bree's place
Oh,
tonight.
at
Sure.
7. Okay, at 7. Okay. Ah, okay. Hold on, wait. This goal is optional. It's just like Edie to come home right when things... Maybe if she got an urgent call from her job. How do you do that? I don't know what to do.
This is Edie Britt Realty. Can I help you?
Yo, I'm doing it. Hello, Mrs. Britt. My name is... Not Tulu. Bernadette Aloysius. Yeah, I'm Bernadette. I'm Bernadette Farnsworth. Young husband? Damn. Okay, y'all motherfuckers got some names on y'all. Hold up. Come on, Bernadette. And I am very interested in the property at 7520 Easy Street.
Well, I do cover that area, but it's all the way across town from where I am right now. I won't have an opening until 2 weeks from today. Can I pencil you in for then? Around noonish?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I guess I have to try one of the other brokers in town.
No, I'll meet you there in 30 minutes.
Splendid. Oh, and do wait for me, won't you? I'll do my best to be there on time, but the traffic is brutal today.
Sure I do. See you in a bit. Bye.
Oh my god, you guys, I don't want to have sex with Karl. I really don't, y'all. I don't want to have sex with him, but it's just like, Edie, I'm a fuck your man. I am. Oh, let me leave. Yeah. I'm gonna fuck your man. I mean, that used to be Susan, but no, this is for Susan, I think. In a fucked up way, it's for Susan. Girl. Yeah.
Hey, you're back.
I am. You're talking too much, Karl. I can think of better uses for your tongue.
I know I didn't get rid of her. Did you have something to do with that?
Come on, Karl. What do you take me for? A conniving sex pot? You're already living with one. Think of me as a nice distraction.
Huh. I think I...
Y'all! Ew! Karl is touching me. Not me using the coochie as get back. Ugh. Now I gotta set my coochie on fire because Karl touched it. I'll just say this. Oh, now I understand why Edie's working so hard. She's definitely not missing anything at home.
You've got some nerve. Have you thought about actually paying attention in bed? You know, there was a moment where I was going to hold up a mirror to your mouth to make sure you were still breathing.
Y'all see, Karl is a nasty little bitch. Oh, yeah, that's really funny. Keep it up. Oh, wait, that's right. You can't do that.
Edie's going to be home soon. It's probably a good idea that you aren't here when she returns.
Don't worry. I don't think I could have stayed here another minute. Fuck. Oh, y'all. Not me and Karl on bad terms. Oh my gosh, I hope Edie finds out we had sex. I really do. Because I don't like her. Alright, I have to go to Daniel's house, though. And talk to the police officer.
Good day to you, ma'am. Is there something I can do for you?
Actually, I was wondering if there was anything I could do for you.
For me? But thanks. I appreciate it.
Oh, sorry, I skipped. Oh, you're welcome. I just try to do whatever I can to help out our boys in blue. Okay, no, girl. No. It's not a problem, really. I just wanted to let you know I think you're doing an excellent job.
You know what? I'm glad you see it that way. Because I don't think we get enough respect around here.
Oh, I wonder why.
Because I take my job seriously, whereas other people might not do that in my position.
What do you mean by that?
Like some people would slack off if they were here guarding a crime scene, but not me. That's not how I do things.
Period.
I don't even care if they have 2 primary suspects and only a few facts.
Oh, thank you.
I plan to work just as hard here as if I were out trying to find more leads in the case.
There are only 2? I would have thought they'd have more than that by now.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, there were 2 guys walking around the neighborhood that night. Yeah, there are 2 ex-cons in the area. Heck, on this very street.
Damn, he talk a lot.
And yeah, they were even verified to be in the vicinity when the murder occurred at 11 p.m. that night. But it doesn't matter to me. Investigation wasn't my assignment. The rest of the squad can deal with finding information about Michael Solis and Carlos Delfino. I'm just fine out here.
Michael Solis and Carlos Delfino? So Carlos and Mike have something to do
Personally,
with
this is what I think happened.
What? Why Carlos and Mike? What the fuck?
And oh, to answer your original question about whether I need anything, now that you mention it, it does get a little cold around here at night.
Oh, you better be sure to bundle up.
Yeah, so, bye then, I guess.
I thought I was about to keep him warm. Let me go to Mike Delfino's house. Even though he's suspicious as fuck. Mike too, like, I don't care.
Hey there. What's going on?
Hey Mike, I wanted to talk to you about a few things.
So you're a woman on a mission, huh? I like that. Well, I'm not in much of a talking mood right now. I figured you had something quick you wanted to bring up.
It's all right, Mike. We all feel the same way you do.
Ah, so you know where I'm coming from. Good. I can't tell you how many times that jerk's told me he was going to do something and then completely flaked on me.
Ooh. Are we talking about the same person, Daniel Fox?
Exactly. Like just the other day, Mr. Famous Fashion Designer asked me to stop by and look at a leaky faucet at his place. I had some things planned that day, but I decided to be a good neighbor and make time for him. Granted, it wasn't until later in the day that I came by, but still, I was doing him a favor. It's only common courtesy that he's around when I stop by. When I called ahead to check and see if he'd let me in, he's not home. Then Susan called me up and invited me over for an early supper. Since I figured Daniel would call at any minute and rescue me from Susan's chattering, I agreed to have dinner with Julie and Susan.
Damn, that's how you feel about Susan? Rescue me from Susan's chattering, damn.
Dinner became dessert, became coffee. No call from Daniel. By the time I was able to escape, it was pretty late.
Damn,
I figured
escape?
Daniel would call to apologize the next day.
Mike, about when did that happen?
We spoke in the morning, but I didn't get a hold of him for the rest of the day. But nothing since. Not on my cell phone, and nothing since I'm back in town. It's like he just dropped off the face of the earth, which is a bit of a relief, because he's such a pain in the butt.
Damn,
But I know
Mike.
he's gonna call. He always does. Probably just when I'm about to fall asleep tonight.
You really don't know, do you? Daniel won't be getting back to you unless you have a seance.
Wait, what are you getting at?
A few nights ago, he was killed.
That's not the kind of thing you joke about.
You're right, it isn't. I'm serious, and in fact, I'm trying to do something about it. What else can you tell me about that night?
Wow. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, look, you was talking all that shit about him and he dead.
I already told you everything I know. I was with Susan and Julie that night. Sort of a dinner and kidnapping combined, since Susan didn't seem to want to let me leave. Anyway, I left around 11. As soon as I walked in the door, Susan called me and then proceeded to talk my ear off for an hour or so.
Damn, but I didn't know that you felt that way about Susan.
You know how she can get.
Right, sounds like I need to check in with Susan and Julie then.
Yeah.
I'll be seeing you.
Good luck with that.
Damn, what's wrong with Mike? Yo, what is his problem? Fuck. He just got a little stank attitude all of a sudden. Like, that was kind of crazy. Oh, now Julie be answering the door. Since when? Since when Julie be answering the door?
Oh,
She
hey.
never answered the door.
If you're looking for my mom, she's in the kitchen.
Right, great. Thanks, sweetie.
You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. How are you dealing with everything that's been going on?
At the moment, finding out the details of that horrible night is what's taking up the most of my time right now.
Don't you think that kind of job is best left to the police?
I get the feeling they're barking up the wrong tree.
Uh-huh. And I suppose you have a plan to get to the bottom of things.
Susan, please. Don't piss me off, okay? Well, I talked with Mike a little while ago. He said he was over here and didn't even know that a murder even happened. Despite that, they still think he has something to do with it.
Mike? You don't really think they believe Mike did it, do you?
You never know. In case they do, could you tell me what you saw that night? You were with Mike, right?
Right. Actually, there were 3 of us here. Me, Mike, and Julie. Hey, what's going on, Mom? We were just talking about Daniel Fox. Oh, man. I still can't believe that happened right down the street. How's Mr. Fox holding up? I haven't seen him since before the incident. Edie mentioned that the police took him in. Not as a suspect, but to protect him. But that's not the weird part, Julie. Mike is considered a suspect. Mike? But he was here that night. I remember because you did everything in your power to stop the poor guy from going home.
Damn.
Julie, you're being silly. It's just that it was late, and I was worried about him walking home alone at that hour.
Oh, Susan was trying to get some dick.
Mom, he lives across the street. The poor man drank 4 nightcaps trying to be polite. Then as soon as you saw him walk into his house, you called him on the phone.
Damn.
As it turns out, this is a dangerous neighborhood. I wanted to make sure that he got home safely.
Is that why you talked to him for almost an hour on the phone?
Oh, give me a
Not
break,
Julie blowing her spot up.
Who's been on the phone every night this week gossiping about people at school?
Is it my fault that Danielle Vandekamp gives it up to any boy who asks?
Danielle!
I'm just doing the right thing and
Hold up,
spreading
I
the
ain't
word.
there yet. I ain't there yet. Hold on.
By now, I'm sure you're not the only one that knows that.
I'm sure lots of people know by now.
Well, let's move on now. We're getting a bit off the topic at hand. Back to Mike.
What else is new?
Look, we can't let the police think he had anything to do with Daniel's death. It's just ridiculous.
Well, it sounds like you're his alibi, Susan. There's no way he could have been at the Fox house if he was with you that night.
I guess you're right. Well, problem solved then.
Well, I'm out of here. An investigator's work is never done.
All right. See you around.
Yeah, damn. Talk to Carlos Solis? He gonna try to fuck me again. Ugh. I'm just too delicious, y'all. Like, everyone wanna get in my pants. Seriously. Ew, but I had sex with Karl. Like, ew. Karl is ugly and a dickhead. Like, Susan, I can't believe you
Hey.
procreated with that man. What the fuck? Can I stop in for a minute? I came by to talk to you.
You came by to talk to me?
Carlos, who is it?
Why don't you come out here and find out for yourself?
Why do you always have to have something smart to... Oh, hi.
Hi, I didn't mean to interrupt anything. I just want to ask you guys a few questions.
No. We're fine. Why don't you come inside for a minute? Daniel's murder did have us all a bit shaken up.
Oh,
It's still hard to believe.
bro, they love sitting on these couches.
It's unfortunate that something like that had to happen to Daniel. He had his whole life ahead of him.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm here. The police don't seem to regard this as that big a case.
Wait a second. What does Daniel's death have to do with us?
Yeah, what can we tell you that we didn't tell the police? We didn't see anything.
Well, you need to tell me everything because the police are looking to everyone on our block, and since you have a criminal record,
They
ooh.
suspect me. I went to jail for embezzlement, for Christ's sakes. I'm not a
Damn, they
violent man.
spoiling the show for me. Well, there was that incident with the cable man. Please, I'm right at this part with the cable guy. Stop! Everyone stop! I don't think they need a reason. They're just looking for an easy target, and you, Carlos, have a bullseye on your forehead.
Yeah? Well, they're wrong. Carlos would never do anything to hurt Daniel. I know for a fact that he couldn't have that night. We were both home and in bed by 11.
You were out that night too, Gabby?
Actually, I wasn't exactly following my normal routine that night. See, earlier in the day, Carlos tried to drag me into another one of his charity benefits.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
I'm not talking to you, sweetie. Stay out of it.
Listen, honey, she came over here to talk to me.
Carlos doesn't want you to know that he threw a fit because I didn't want to go to his little party.
Ooh.
We fought about it for hours. Then we had the makeup sex. Then we fought again. Then more makeup sex.
Yeah, we didn't make the charity event, but I definitely gave it my all. As did Gabby.
Ew.
For your information, I had a number of appointments scheduled that day with a number of business professionals.
Uh-huh, and which professional was it this time? Henri? Pierre? That guy with the mole?
It's called a beauty mark, and that doesn't make him any less of a professional. Anyway, I had to keep my appointments and wound up pushing my workout back to the end of the day. So, I didn't go for my run until much later that night. And Carlos came home right after I did. We were together for the rest of the night.
Yeah, we still had some issues to resolve. Upstairs.
All right,
you know what
I
mean.
get it. I get it.
Carlos, have you ever heard of such a thing as too much information? I just remembered something else from that night. It involved whipped cream, strawberries.
Okay. Not that I don't find this fascinating. Ugh, I don't. But if both of you were in your house, who exactly was wandering around Wisteria on the night of the murder?
Actually, when I was running back home, I thought I saw two people milling around your house.
Ooh.
It was pretty dark. I guess my eyes could have just as well been playing tricks on me.
Did you tell the police what you saw?
No? Why would I tell them that? I could have been seeing trees blowing in the wind or something.
That's the kind of thing you tell them, even if you're not sure. This way they can investigate. That's what they do, Gabby. Well, I definitely didn't see anything out of the ordinary that night. I'm sorry I can't help you out any further.
Why are you apologizing to her for not seeing anything? God, Carlos, you can be such a wimp sometimes.
Strange that something odd like that happens in my own house and I didn't hear about it. I'm definitely going to look into that right away.
And another thing, Carlos.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Let me get up out of here. They fighting. Hold up. Oh, at 7, it's going to be time for me to go. Hold up. They said I got to talk to my son, though. They said he'll know something. Where my son at? Damn, it's about to be 7 already.
Hey, Mom. What's up?
Oh, nothing much. I just want to talk to you for a bit. Have you seen anyone snooping around our house recently?
That's a really strange question.
I know it is. I'm sorry, Sean, but it's incredibly important. Mrs. Solis says she saw 2 people snooping around our house the night of the murder.
Don't you remember? I was grounded. I didn't go anywhere that night. You know what's funny? If you and Dad would just let me stay out later, I'd probably be able to help you out right now.
Well, is there anything that you can help me with then? Right. Don't be useless.
I told you I was in all night. I was playing Utter Warfare online with this guy I know from the web forums, Double Trouble. I figured since nobody was home, I'd crank the volume up pretty loud, so there's no way I would have heard anything. Are you done with the interrogation now, Mom?
Right, you're being awfully defensive here. Are you sure you're telling me the whole truth?
Jeez, you know what? You're worse than Danielle's mom. The both of you make a habit of nagging and bugging people. Why can't you just leave me alone? Why are you so hung up on this? I mean, I know he wasn't your boyfriend or anything. He didn't even play for that team, did he?
Sean, who the fuck are... I'm about to slap my son. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't condone putting your hands on your kids, but Sean, you... Something need to happen, for real.
Other than you and his brother. Who's really gonna miss him anyway?
What the fuck is your problem? Look, you know this means something to me. Why are you being this way? My own son doesn't even want to help me. Yeah, what the fuck is your
Mom,
problem?
I'm sorry your friend is dead, but I don't know anything. I promise. So drop it already.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you? Fine, I've had enough abuse anyway. I thought I'd get a sympathetic ear, but obviously that's impossible in this house. No, because who the fuck is everyone talking to? Your son didn't help out the investigation that much, or did he? Think over what you know, as well as what he just told you, and see if you can find the next piece in the puzzle. You still can't figure it out. Press him for more details to see if he can give you any more clues. Yeah, he knows something. I know he do.
Hey, Mom. What's up?
Listen, Sean, I have a few more questions for you.
Mom, what is it with you? Don't you have something else to do?
You watch your mouth.
I don't know anything else. Jeez. Why don't you just go off and conspire with Mrs. Vandekamp about how to ruin the rest of my senior year? Because I don't have anything else to say to you.
I don't know where you get that attitude from, but it certainly wasn't from me. I'll deal with you later. Yeah, what the fuck is your problem? Oh, y'all, I have 15 minutes left until I can go to this thingy. Well, I gotta go right now. Type shit. 7:50. Oh, yep, y'all. They done teleported me there. I ain't had no choice.
So, you're here too, huh?
Poor Edie. Did Daniel's death really hit you that hard?
To be honest, Bree's cooking was the deciding factor for me. but I prefer to look at it like this. He came, he sewed, he croaked. In that order.
Bitch!
It's also morbid. I think it's high time the rest of us get back to living it up.
You're right, Edie. It has been one whole day since Daniel was killed. We really should move on. Wouldn't want to miss out on that episode of Secret Screams or anything important like that.
There's a whole world of things we could be doing right now instead of sitting around crying into our drinks.
Like what?
Personally, I think we should forget the grieving process and try to get to the bottom of Daniel's murder. If you ask me, I think that brother of his is to blame. He's always acting so weird. Mind you, he's not Zach Young weird, but give him some time and they'll be fighting for the Wisteria Lane weirdo crown.
Believe me when I say you don't have a clue as to what's going on with that case.
Please, you don't know any more than I do.
Bitch, yes I do. I know more of everything than you do.
I'll bet Frank's the kind of sicko that actually enjoys playing Little Mr. Innocent, while everyone else is running around town looking for the real killers. Whatever.
Yo, I'm slapping Edie!
Hey!
Yes! Yes! Finally! Sorry, whew. This is destroying Frank. The people that killed Daniel were actually looking for him.
Well, I just... Well, you should have said that in the first place.
At Edie, sometimes you can be a callous, ignorant bitch. And in case you're too ignorant to know any better, this is one of those times. Yeah, bitch. I don't fucking like you, bitch. Fuck.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Gabrielle. Not too much. How about you? How are you holding up?
What do you mean when you say holding up?
What? I was just trying to be nice. This is a difficult time for all of us. I just want to make sure you're holding up all right. That's all.
There isn't anything really bothering me about it. I don't know what else to tell you.
For starters, you can tell me what makes you think you need to keep things from me.
You know, I get enough people asking me how I feel these days. Do us both a favor and don't add your name to the list.
Why don't you talk and I listen?
Daniel was just a neighbor. People come and go. Usually they just move. This time it was just a little more exciting than usual.
From what I could tell, the two of you had a real connection in fashion.
Well, I'll say one thing. He was the only person around here with any taste. I'll definitely miss that.
What else?
Oh, no offense, of course.
Of course.
Okay, good. It's just that Carlos says that I don't think before I speak. But he can be such an idiot sometimes. But yeah, I'll miss him. And the collection of samples he kept in the basement. I wonder if he left them to me in his will.
Bitch.
Without him, I'll never be able to start that clothing line we talked about. I was going to be the face, and he was going to be the brains. Not that I couldn't do it all myself, of course.
Yes, that is unfortunate. We all had a connection with Daniel. He was a very likable person.
I had a friend of mine draw up a business plan, and I took some new pictures for the cover of the catalog.
It sounds like the two of you had big plans. What are you planning on doing for yourself now?
I certainly can't go into business on my own. Where am I going to find another premier fashion designer in this town? Now that he's gone, I have to find something else to do with my spare time. If I'm not careful, I'll be scouting out the high school football team again. Oops. Did I say that out loud?
Oh, wow, I can slap her? Oh my god, why would I slap her? We all have our coping mechanisms, but don't feel as though you have to use materialism as a crutch,
Don't worry.
Gabrielle.
I don't feel that way at all.
Ooh. Now I'm hugging her. We're all here to help each other.
Right now you can help by finding me a new business partner. The old one quit on me.
Oh, you know what? Let me be nice to everyone. Let me talk to my girl Bree. That's the one person who, like, I can count on to not piss me off, you know?
Hello. Can I help you?
Hi, Bree. How are you holding up given all of the recent events?
And by that, I assume you mean the brutal murder of Daniel Fox in our own neighborhood.
Well, yes.
Well, to be honest, his death caused me to examine certain aspects of my own life. So I immediately went out and bought another shotgun.
Y'all, the NRA strikes again.
That said, I think there really is more going on here than meets the eye. I simply don't believe it was a random act of violence.
Did you hear something?
Oh, come now. Are you telling me you're not the least bit curious about how it all transpired?
Of course I am.
Was he pumped for information? Did he have something they wanted? Oh, perhaps he even owed them money that was borrowed to support some reprehensible drug habit.
Bree, wasn't it your idea to have this bereavement party?
Now, don't get me wrong. It's quite unfortunate Daniel had to pass in the manner he did. But at the same time, can you honestly tell me you're not even the slightest bit curious as to just what went on in that house? I mean, for heaven's sake, why would Daniel, of all people, have need for a gun?
Me giving Bree's gun to him.
Makes you wonder about what else was going on in the Fox house.
Stop wondering, get back to reality. No, don't slap people.
What I need?
Oh, look at me hugging Bree. Who the fuck gives Bree a hug ever? We all have different ways of mourning the loss of a friend.
I don't suppose I ever looked at it that way. But in all fairness, you have to admit we are in the midst of a very strange situation here.
It is a very strange situation, but we're here to help each other through it. Period.
Hey there.
Hey, Susan. Susan, are you all right? You look just awful. Oh my God.
I feel just fine. I have to say, I'm a bit distraught.
Well, then it's good that you came out tonight. What's on your mind?
Just everything, I guess. I mean, Daniel was such a sweet man. And charming and witty. He was like one of the girls. Sort of. We even invited him to poker night. And we don't do that for just anyone, you know. Who would want to do something like that to someone like him?
I wish I knew, but it's good that you're sharing your feelings. Don't let me stop you.
Sometimes, it just seems like there isn't any kind of justice in the world. I don't know what he could have possibly done to his assailants, but he didn't deserve to die over it.
You're right, Susan. No one deserves
Thanks.
that.
It's nice to know there's someone that understands what I'm going through. I can see why Bree invited you over. You always know just what to say.
You're more than welcome, Susan.
Hi.
Hey, Lynette. Sorry we haven't had a chance to catch up. Bree sort of made me the unofficial therapist for tonight's festivities.
Considering what happened to Daniel, it's amazing I'm here at all. Tom had to talk me down from buying a house in one of those godforsaken gated communities.
I know. If I didn't love Wisteria Lane and all you girls so much, I would do the same thing.
Well, Bree said we should bring it all out into the open, which is so unlike Bree. She's usually so uptight. To be honest, Tom and I are convinced she doesn't even go to the bathroom. Can you believe something so horrible happened on our street? Okay, let's talk about how foolish we were to think we were safe living in this bubble. I mean, truth is, there's no such thing as being absolutely safe. It's really scary. I have 4 beautiful, albeit annoying, kids.
Wow, you sound really shaken up by
I'm
this.
sorry to dump it all on you like that, but that's how I feel. All mothers develop their own form of acute paranoia. It's instinctual, but now there's a tangible reason for it. What if my boys had snuck out of the house that night? I don't even want to think about it.
Okay, then let's talk about something else.
I don't know. With all that's happened to Mary Ellis and then Rex, I'm thinking the street might be cursed or something. At least in a gated community, there's some real sense of security.
Oh, Lynette, you'll worry yourself.
I don't think I'm being unreasonable.
Aww. Y'all, look at me hugging the girls. Daniel's murder was an isolated accident.
I take it you know something I don't.
I do, and there's nothing to be concerned about.
Well, if that really is the case, and it wasn't a random act of violence, then it certainly puts my mind at ease. Thanks.
Of course, sister.
I know what you're gonna say, and no, I really don't want to talk about Daniel anymore.
Why not?
He was a good guy and a great potential business partner. But he's gone now. So what's the point of dwelling
I'm slapping
on the past?
Gabrielle.
Ow! What's with you?
Daniel was more than just a means to fame and fortune. He was a friend.
Listen, Miss Thing. You're in no position to judge.
Who's judging?
Right. Well, thanks.
Fuck. Y'all, oh my god, I slapped Gabrielle.
Hello?
Okay, y'all, they told me that I have to call Frank if I get lost in my search for clues, so I'm doing it. Okay, so I talked with my son about the night in question. He told me that he didn't see anything since he was home playing video games all night. But isn't Double Trouble him? So how are they playing together all night? Between the fact that the kid turns into a zombie when he plays video game and the sound system, I'm not surprised.
I guess that makes sense. If you think he's being completely honest, have you tried asking him about it again?
I did.
Sometimes people point you in the right direction the second time around. Or, if they're hiding something from you, they might accidentally give you information that leads you to the next clue.
All right, who knows? Maybe he can point me in the right direction. He is being a little suspicious. Like, I can't lie. Well, time for bed. We continue this in the morning. Oh, yep. Y'all, there go my son. Good morning. Come
Hey,
back
Mom.
here.
What's up?
Listen, Sean, I had a few more questions for you.
Mom, what is it with you? Don't you have something else to do?
Bro, who the fuck is he talking to? Yeah, I am. Are you absolutely sure you didn't see or hear anything that night?
I don't know anything else. Jeez, why don't you just go off and conspire with Mrs. Vandekamp about how to ruin the rest of my senior year? Because I don't have anything else to say to you.
You're just like your father, you know that? Why are they telling me to go to Bree house? I wonder why.
Hello. What a pleasant surprise.
Hi, Bree. I was hoping you could help me with something. Of course,
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Something. I'm trying to piece together what happened the night of his murder, and I think you might be able to provide some pieces of the puzzle.
I'm afraid you're wasting your time. I don't know anything about Daniel's murder.
Come on, Bree, think. You have to remember something.
There's only one thing that comes to mind when I think of that night. But it certainly isn't going to bring Daniel's killers to justice, so it's probably better not to speak of it. And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
What? I have absolutely no idea what happened to Etta's garden.
What? I never said anything about Etta.
Oh.
That was
Then
the
what?
night your son attempted to court my daughter.
Oh. Right, he told me he was in his room playing games that night.
You might want to get the poor boy a dictionary then.
Oh,
That night, he and Danielle were coming back from their date. I caught Danielle trying to sneak back into the house.
Ooh.
She knew better than to stay out that late. I assume your son was the bad influence.
Girl, please, because I ain't even there yet, but I already know Danielle ass off the fucking chain. Don't do me.
I saw them coming out of your house looking guilty as sin. And then your son had the nerve to try to sneak in with Danielle.
Mom, haven't you done enough? Now you're talking to the neighbors about this?
Danielle.
Haven't you embarrassed me enough already?
You be embarrassing yourself, little girl.
I'm not trying to embarrass anyone, dear.
No, you guys, hold up. Because while we're here with Bree and her family, no. Because I really need to get my shit off. Like, I know I'm only on the 4th or 5th episode. So, like, bitch, I know I'm just getting started. But I'm sorry. Like, okay, is Bree a little wound up? Yes. Bree is uptight as fuck. But so the fuck what? She can do that. Let her be uptight. Like, why the fuck they acting like Bree really inflicted some trauma on them or something? Like, her son was really like, ugh. Man, can we ever just have anything normal for dinner? Bitch, that's the worst problem you have in your house. At least you have food. I just fucking can't. And then when Bree is talking to her Rex, and then she's like, you know, after they leave the marriage council or whatever, and then she's like, oh my gosh, why is this happening to us, Rex? He's like, because you won't even let me pack my own suitcase. Oh, boo-hoo, nigga. Fuck. Like, who gives a fuck? That's not a real problem. Seriously, there are people with real problems, okay? People leave their spouse when they're sick. People leave their spouse when they're broke. People find out their spouse is just a terrible person. They find out they're a bad parent. There's just a whole bunch of things that could go wrong. But your problem is, oh, you're too much of a good wife and mother. Like Rex and Danielle and Andrew, all of y'all need to be kissing Bree's feet, like deadass. Anyway, let's move on. Let's go on with the game.
You do more than enough of that for the both of us.
Oh yeah, eat, Bree.
Needless to say, they were surprised when I greeted them on the porch. I sent your son home immediately. Then Danielle and I had an interesting talk that evening.
If they were hanging out with Stereo Lane that night, they must have seen something.
Do you know what this means?
Yeah, it means we were out that night.
Yes, it means we're lucky our children are safe. What do you think it means?
I used to think my Danielle was incapable of hurting a fly, but she is susceptible to dangerous boys.
Bree, I was just defending you, bitch. Bree, don't do this. Bree, I know you've been through some bad times, but these are our kids you're talking about, right? Right. Oh. Oh. Please. All these what probably happened situations are fucking killing me. Like, why the fuck would the teenagers kill Daniel Fox?
Do you seriously think I'm capable of that?
Right, like, Bree, what's your problem? Deadass.
The police said Mr. Fox was killed at 11 that night. And if you remember, you sent him home way before that. You went off on your whole high and mighty, and of all things, on a school night tirade and sent me to bed.
Ooh.
Besides, I refuse to defend myself. You're insane for even thinking this. If only Dad were still alive.
Danielle, you will always be my daughter. But after what this family has been through, and especially after what you've put me through, it will take more than a few words for me to trust you again.
Ooh.
Considering you never even told me what you two were up to that night.
You know what's crazy? When I seen Danielle in the party, and like every time I go to Bree's house in the game, I always be like, when the fuck is Danielle like gonna speak? You know, because like Julie, we've spoken to Julie. We've even spoken to Andrew. Danielle was the only one we didn't speak to. I was dead ass wondering like when she was gonna talk. For real, bruh.
Well, if Danielle doesn't have anything to tell us, there's just one person left.
Right, my son.
Your son. Maybe you'll have more luck getting the truth out of him.
Yes, and may God have mercy on his soul. Cause I'm about to light his ass up. Oh, yep, Sean, where the fuck you at? I'm coming home. And you about to get a spanking. Yup. Go grab my belt. Come here. Digging up in my fridge. You gonna answer these questions.
Hey, Mom. What's up?
There isn't too much going on with me. However, you on the other hand have a lot of explaining to do. Yeah.
About what?
Just a few moments ago, you said you were in the house all night, but I know you weren't.
What? Why don't you ever trust me?
Oh, y'all. Birth control. This is birth control. Seriously. Seriously. That Danielle, she's a really fun girl to be with, isn't she, Sean? The kind you can take on walks around the neighborhood. Yeah, look at you, bad.
That girl just can't keep her mouth shut.
Oh, yeah, but isn't that why you're interested in... Oh my God, Leonce. Maybe not, but for now, let's see. No, I'm talking shit about Danielle because Bree want to accuse my son of being dangerous. Well, I'm accusing your daughter of being a gawker. So now what?
What? No.
Ooh.
She's fun.
Right. Right. So now that we've gotten the lies out of the way, let's see about hearing the truth.
Okay. Danielle and I went out that night. But nothing really major happened. So I didn't feel the need to bring it up.
Let's be honest here. You forgot to bring it up because you were out past your curfew and you didn't want to get in trouble. Last chance. Is anything else coming back to you now?
After Mrs. Vandekamp finished her angry diatribe, I left and came home. And that's the truth.
As I understand it, the truth is that she yelled at the both of you and sent you home.
That's one way of looking at it.
It is. Is there anything else you can remember?
Nope. I did see someone standing outside the Scavo house talking to some car.
Well, who was it? More importantly, what were they doing?
I don't know. I guess it could have been Mrs. Scavo.
You could have saved us both a lot of trouble if you just told me that you saw Lynette flirting with some strange car in the first place, Sean. Goodbye. Ooh! Your ass in trouble.
Hey, you. We haven't talked in a while. What's new?
Hi, Lynette. Nothing too exciting in my neck of the woods. How are you doing?
Considering what happened less than 500 feet from my home, I'm okay. Then again, anything less than a full-scale nervous breakdown would be okay. I know, it sounds awful, but between work and the kids, I really didn't get a chance to know Daniel. I always felt bad about that, but maybe it was a blessing.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be much free time in the Scavo household for social niceties.
That said, he was my neighbor, and I was hoping he'd be my friend. It's an awful tragedy.
I agree. In fact, I was hoping that if I found out a little about just what happened to him, that I'd be able to put my mind to rest. However, it seems like every time I think I have something figured out, I find something else that tells me even more.
I think we're a bit old for the whole detective thing, but go ahead. What do you need?
Lynette, don't piss me off, seriously.
I'm not sure I can help you with anything, but let's give it a try.
Who knows? Maybe we both can help. What's the problem?
Who the fuck was talking to you? Okay, well, this is a little embarrassing. You see, someone saw you, Lynette, talking with a stranger sitting in a car parked outside your house the night Daniel was killed.
Listen, I don't know what your eyewitness was smoking, but Lynette barely has enough energy to lift herself into bed at night, let alone chat with some stranger.
Yeah, this is a little bizarre anyway. I was asleep by 9 o'clock that night. Who thinks they saw me? It's crazy.
It's my son, and he said you were flirting with the guy.
What? Is this your game? Spreading rumors about my wife?
Tom, nobody was fucking talking to you. Get the fuck. The girls are talking. Like,
you know, I've heard some things about your son. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but he sounds like nothing but trouble.
Why? Because we're black? Let me stop.
Whoa, everyone calm down. I was in bed by 9 that night, so it obviously wasn't me your son saw. Where was this car?
It was parked on the street a few feet from your house. He probably just assumed it was you.
Yeah,
right.
Hope he's not spreading these little assumptions any further than you. You know, to be fair, I do remember something strange from that night.
Not me. I was sound asleep.
Right.
Yeah, my little watchdog here. Wouldn't wake up if a tornado ripped the roof off the house.
I sleep soundly. Is that a crime?
Anyway, Tom was fast asleep. Some noise had woken me up, and I couldn't get back to sleep.
Yeah, she's like that. Her mind's always racing. Needs a horse tranquilizer to get her back to bed.
Damn.
But maybe we should get back to helping out with this case. So, what do you remember that night?
I was looking for something to read to help me fall asleep, and I thought I left it on the windowsill. When I looked, there wasn't any magazine, but I saw Gabby on the sidewalk.
Girl! What was she doing out that late?
She was running around the neighborhood.
Why the fuck was she running around the neighborhood?
Are you telling me that Gabby was running errands at midnight? And decided to stop and have a conversation with a stranger?
Right.
No, Tom, she was literally running.
Oh,
in a
yeah,
very
she
tight,
did say she had to
pink
exercise.
jogging outfit. You know, the one you're always staring at.
Ooh.
Of course. That makes sense now. Gabby was flirting with some guy. It's actually pretty funny that anyone would think you were flirting with someone.
Tom, what are you implying?
Right.
You just don't flirt. Well, often. You don't flirt often.
Just shut up.
Now that I'm a mother, am I supposed to be asexual now? Is it out of the realm of possibility that I might flirt with a man and that a man might find me to be attractive?
Y'all, I'm just trying to get clues and I'm intruding on everyone's marital problems. Like,
okay. I don't mean to be rude, but Tom and I have a few things to discuss.
Come to think of it, Gabby did mention that she was out jogging that night. It doesn't make sense that she talked to some thug, though. Okay, then I'll leave you two to your conversation. Thanks for your help. Ooh, y'all, they better argue. They about to argue.
So, tell me, did you find out anything new about Daniel's case?
Funny you should ask because I did hear about something that might be of interest to you.
Okay, what's up?
I just got back from talking with Lynette and Tom. Lynette said that she saw you out that night.
I told you I went out running that night, didn't I?
But see, they also said that you were chatting with some stranger in a black car.
Gabby, what is she talking about?
Oh, Carlos, please. I'm about to get Gabby in trouble, y'all.
Just what were you up to that night?
I don't know. There was some guy.
Some guy?
No, wait. 2 guys, actually. They were really confused.
Is there anything specific you remember about either of them, like a name, perhaps? It's
Of
that
course they
Corsetti
had
guy.
names. The one that talked with me in the passenger seat. His name started with an L, but I can't remember what it was. Well, they did freak me out at first, but he was just asking for directions. It was pathetic. The guy tried to flirt with me. I mean, come on. He was driving last year's model. Did he think I'd even give the time of day to a guy in a car like that?
Whoa, back up, Gabby. Who was this guy? Why was he flirting with you?
Bro, we trying to solve a murder case and you worried about who's flirting with your wife. Like, please, Carlos.
Carlos, it's not technically flirting if it's one-sided. And trust me, this was one-sided. I was just being nice. Besides, I don't usually fall for the kind of guys you see on the FIB's most wanted list. Unless you were on it, sweetie.
Gosh, thanks, I guess.
You need to tell me everything about these 2 men.
What exactly do you want to know?
Girl, everything.
Tell us
The
exactly
fuck?
what happened that night, Gabby. Everything.
Right.
Then our friend here can find out what she needs to know and do her little detective thing somewhere else.
You know, I don't see you doing anything to help.
Right. Well, I was out running and...
Oh. Girl, you look cute.
And that was it. See? You were all getting excited over what turned out to be nothing. These guys got lost. They pulled over and I gave them directions. And then they went off on their merry little way. Sorry. No clues or red herrings or anything, Sherlock.
Just out of curiosity, where were they going?
Oh, they wanted directions to the Fox house.
They what?
Bitch! Gabby, no, I'm happy I slapped her because she needed that fucking slap. Bitch, Bitch. You directed them to their fucking house? I'd say that was definitely important information.
My God. Gabby, how is it that this is the first time we've all heard about this?
Right.
Come on. I mean, what's the big deal? They were lost and I was trying to help them.
Why would you give random people you don't know instructions to somebody's house? Like, are you stupid?
I was just trying to be helpful.
No, you were the opposite of that, bitch.
Well, you sure picked a wonderful time to start.
Right, fuck.
Do you have any idea what this means? You're an accessory to murder, Gabby. And you withheld information from the police.
Yeah, bitch, you're so stupid.
Hell, I could be violating parole just for being around you. They could throw me back in jail. Is that what you want?
How would I have known what they were up to? I don't see what the problem is. I mean, they would have found the house sooner or later. He's in the phone book, you know. Like, are they the worst criminals you've ever heard of? Having to ask directions to a hit. It's just pathetic.
I think you should take a deep breath and listen to what you're saying. All right, just forget it. I don't want to hear any more from you. You've done enough. At least we have a better idea of what went down that night. And lucky you. You managed to get an eyewitness that found a way to help facilitate the murder, but somehow can't remember the name of the killer who tried to hit on her.
Wait a minute.
As of right now, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine.
Right.
I'll say one thing, though. She sure is taking her time.
Okay, I'm back. This is for you.
Right, something scrawled down on a piece of paper. How does this help?
It's the guy's phone number from that night.
You kept his number?
Now I remember. His name was Leonard, but my friends call me Leo. Yeah, didn't do much for me when he said it either.
What reason could you possibly have to keep his number?
Oh, relax, Carlos. I put it in my pocket and just forgot about it since then. Like you'd expect me to wear the same hoodie twice?
Well, it's very convenient, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll let you two sort the rest of that out. Y'all always fighting about something. All right, y'all, I'm calling. I'm calling the mystery number. Yeah, Vincent Corsetti. Who am I speaking to right now?
What?
I asked who I was speaking to.
Okay, where do I talk into? Hey, Vinny, what am I supposed to do? How does this work?
What a dumbass.
Jesus Christ, are you a moron? You talk into the phone and say something like, leave a message after the beep. Or Big Sammy sleeps with the fishes. Your choice. Hey, what are you doing? You're recording right now. You gotta start over. I don't want my voice on your stupid answering machine.
Oh, could that have been him? It is him! Vincent Corsetti! I knew it. Hey, Vincent, it's Leonce. I need to talk to you.
Okay, shoot.
Oh, not haven't you done enough of that lately? What can you tell me about Daniel Fox?
Fox? I don't know what you're looking for. I was as upset as anyone else when I heard about his untimely passing.
Sure you did, bitch.
It was an absolute tragedy. Poor preening bastard was doing so much for the community.
You're right. Daniel certainly was doing a lot of good around here.
I'm sorry. I'm not the right guy to ask about that.
Sure.
If you're looking for answers or closure, the police are still investigating the crime. I'm sure they're doing everything they can to find out who's behind Fox's death.
I'm sure they're doing their best, but I think there's more to it than just Daniel's murder.
What makes you say that?
Someone else was on Wisteria Lane the night Daniel was killed. Apparently he's an associate of yours. His name is Leonard. Does that ring a bell? His friends call him Leo.
Sorry, name doesn't ring a bell. How does this relate
You're
to
a
me
fucking
exactly?
liar.
I mean, I do business with a lot of people. It's always possible that I met him at some point. You know, it's funny. You wouldn't believe how many people there are running around saying they're friends with Vincent Corsetti. On any given day, a man in my position may meet dozens of people. I can't be expected to remember everyone I've met. Give me a break.
Don't play games with me, Vinny. You know who Leo is. In fact, you gave him grief because he couldn't operate a simple answering machine, right?
Oh, right. That Leo.
Right, bitch. No, everyone is playing in my face right now, and I'm a...
Yeah, maybe I know who you're talking about. Oh, yeah, Leo. I think he works at the pharmaceutical office. We have a lot of employees, though. I don't know them all by name.
Not unless he was the kind of employee that found himself at a murder scene on my street.
Listen, I understand how difficult it must be for you. You miss your friend and you're trying to find answers. But you're barking up the wrong tree here. I'm sure if you just give it some time, you'll find out that there are better days coming your way. One thing I've found in my years of doing business is people usually get what's coming to them.
Yeah, what comes around goes around. People get what they deserve.
Listen, I'd love to keep talking to you, but I've got an important business call on the other line. I've got to go, but let's talk later. We have a lot to talk about. Goodbye for now.
Right, I like Lee's story. Who the fuck is calling
What the
me?
hell do you think you're doing?
Excuse me?
Look, this is not a game.
You're the one that called me up and started yelling at me.
You shouldn't be speaking with Vincent.
And what makes you think it's any of your business who I talk to on the phone?
In my job, I sometimes have to observe certain members of the community. And I became aware of your recent contact with Vincent.
You've been stalking me, haven't you?
Don't worry. It's not you that we're investigating.
I see. So you're just snooping on me, is that it?
I really shouldn't be telling you this. It's classified. But it's for your own good. Vincent is being monitored by the government. His calls, his business dealings, everything. And from what I gather, you don't even... Actually, we shouldn't be having this conversation over the phone. You never know who's listening.
Right. Name the time and place,
I
then.
have to take care of some things. But whenever you're ready to meet in person, call me back. My time is valuable. But so is what I have to tell you.
You're really working that enigmatic thing, aren't you? Talk to you soon. I'm crying. When you're ready, give him a call to set up a time or place. I'm ready right now. Where he at? What's his name? Erik, right?
So, you ready to meet with me yet?
I am.
Because if you don't have the time to have a serious conversation with... Good. It would be in both of our best interests if I came to you.
Right, why is that?
Meet me at the cul-de-sac in 60 minutes. I'll be expecting you.
Alright, I'll see you there. Y'all, not meet me in the cul-de-sac. Like, that is not private at all. You didn't want to come inside? Can I do yoga on Gabrielle's mat while I wait? Why I don't have a yoga mat? Like, this is not right. And why is there a build buy mode so I can have a yoga mat? This is injustice. Y'all.
Glad to see you made it.
Yeah, I'm here. Just what did you want?
Were you always this blunt?
Yes.
You're here because we need to talk. There's a hell of a lot more to Daniel's murder than you think.
Really? Like what? And why are you listening to my call with Vincent Corsetti?
There's a number of things I can tell you about him. I told you we've been keeping an eye on him, didn't I?
What is Vincent up to that you need to monitor him around the clock?
The man leads 2 lives.
Well, yeah, he's obviously a mob boss, like, obviously.
In one life, he's a businessman, an occasional philanthropist. That's the guy that came backstage at the fashion show and was checking out houses in the neighborhood. The other life is one that not too many people know about. That's the Vincent Corsetti you really don't want to deal with. He's like a snake without the charm. That Vinny is a high-ranking member of an incredibly powerful mob family in the city. Your little detective work just revealed the tip of the iceberg.
Do you really think he's tied into Daniel's death?
Frank Fox noticed some shady dealings going on at his old office.
We know.
The perps wanted to cover their tracks and hired some mob enforcers to tie up their loose ends. That's why the trail you were following led you to Vincent Corsetti. It was his thugs that killed Daniel. Thing is, once Vinny got wind of the deal, he decided he wanted a bigger piece of the pie. He snapped his fingers and suddenly everyone with any knowledge of the bookkeeping errors disappeared. Frank was the last link.
Ooh.
My suspicion is that they killed Daniel thinking he was Frank.
Oh my god, that makes sense. Although I still can't believe Vinny's tied into it.
Not that I need to even say it, but do yourself a favor and don't get involved with Vincent again. It's not safe.
What do you mean again?
Are you really that forgiving? Or did you just block that whole ordeal out of your memory? I really thought the locket would stir up something in you. But I guess that wasn't the case. What did he do to you?
Huh? You said that locket?
You gave it back to me. Before you left town to start your life with Vincent.
Huh? What'd you just say to me?
I couldn't offer you the lifestyle you were looking for, and so I let you go. When you called me to ask me for help, I didn't know what to do, but I offered to help you in any way I could. But when you didn't show up when you were supposed to, I suspected the worst. I thought you'd left us for good. I thought you were dead. For all I knew, you just dropped off the face of the earth. When I was brought in to investigate Vincent's shady business operation, I thought I'd find you with him, but I didn't. Then I got word that he'd found someone that he was looking for. Some kind of unfinished chapter in his life.
You can't possibly mean me. I would remember something like that.
Yes, Mary. I'm talking about you.
Mary! I'm Leonce!
Looking into Vincent allowed me to find you again, but you had a new life. I didn't want to step in where I wasn't wanted. But now I have to. You're getting too close to Vincent, and trust me, he's not the kind of person you want to get involved with. There is one thing I have to ask you, though.
Off the record, what is it?
There's a period of time where I couldn't find any records for you, like you vanished off the face of the earth. What happened to you, Mary?
Right, who the fuck is Mary?
You're Mary. Can't you even remember that?
No, I can't.
Take another look at that locket I gave you. One face should be pretty familiar to you already.
I know the girl is supposed to be me, but who's the guy?
We took that picture at the Wood River County Fair. That was long before you got involved with Vincent, of course.
Right, I don't know what to say at all.
It's us. And I know somewhere in the dark recesses of your mind you know it to be true. What I don't know is how you can black out on an entire section of your life.
I don't know either. I'm in therapy for this shit. You think I don't know? Like, what? This is my life. My memory. Like, what?
Sooner or later, you'll remember something. You can't block out memories forever. I suspect you'll come to terms with this on your own time. Believe what you want to believe. But do me one favor. Stay away from Vinnie Corsetti. You've got to trust me on that.
Fine, Erik. I'll keep a closer eye on him. He gonna be in my house or something. Let me call what's his face. Frank.
Hello?
Good news, Frank. I think I figured it all out.
Yeah, me too.
Huh?
I've been going over everything I know about Daniel's murder. And I need to talk to you.
What, huh?
In person. Meet me downtown, ASAP.
Right, just how do you plan on getting there?
I'm on my way now. If you leave right now, we should get there at the same time.
Frank!
Bye.
Frank! Wait, Dan, I gotta go home. I gotta hop in the car and shit. Like, please. Please. This is so stressful. Look at him. Look at Frank ass.
Glad to see you finally made it.
Hey, I had just enough time to get here. You didn't exactly give me a lot of warning.
So, now that you're here, we need to talk.
Sure, this is everything I know. Mike was at Susan's on the night of the murder. Carlos Solis was in his home that night as well. My son and his date, Danielle, saw someone flirting with the car in front of the Scavo home. At first, I thought it was Lynette, but when I talked with her, she said it was actually Gabby that Sean saw. When I returned to verify with her, she told me that she had given directions to strangers in a car, and as it turns out, those strangers were looking for directions to your house. They were the ones that killed Daniel. What's more, those assailants had definite ties to Vincent Corsetti. He's our man. So tell me, what's so important that we couldn't talk on the phone?
Whatever. We're here now. We'll talk now. So, I've been piecing together the evidence. There was a lot going on the night Daniel died. The Solises, the Scavos, the Vandy camps, even your son was out that night.
I'd have to agree, it is a bit peculiar. Everyone seemed to be up to something that night.
One thing we know for certain is that 2 people were up to committing murder.
Oh. Please. This probably what happened as scenario. Like, they need to stop doing this. Like, damn, how many times I gotta relive Daniel dying? Like, haven't I been through enough? Seriously. Right, Leo, we've got his number, literally.
Sure, we have some evidence, but we're not done yet.
What do you mean? Why don't we just go to the cops and tell them everything we know?
No, we can't do that. We don't know what could happen.
What, do you think the cops are on the take or something?
Possibly. You don't realize how deep this goes. I thought I could get away from them. I thought if I moved and kept to myself, they'd never find me. I mean, I couldn't even find Fairview on a map. How the hell did they find me?
Apparently that fashion show got some major press because of your brother's involvement. Ooh. Poor Daniel, he was trying to do some good for Fairview and look what happened.
I know. It's all my fault. I should have told him.
There's nothing you can do about it. Now your job is to help me figure out how to get the guilty party in jail where they belong.
I think now's the time we do something. But I don't know where to start. There's still one thing that's bothering me. How did that Leo guy know Vincent Corsetti of all people? It doesn't add up.
Frank, there's something important, a key fact that I haven't told you yet.
You've been holding out on me?
Yeah, Agent Larson told me something. Actually, a lot of things that he thought might prove useful. Vincent Corsetti doesn't have ties to the mob. He is the mob. Over the years, he's ascended to the head of the family. He's untouchable. Erik and his department in the FIB have been trying to build a case for a while, but haven't been able to.
It was convenient timing when he showed up, wasn't it? Just when things started to get fishy.
Yeah, it wasn't a coincidence, Frank.
All right, then. It's up to me to make the next move.
Right, what's the plan?
We'll find out soon enough.
I'm scared. I'm scared, y'all.
Most people's lives are driven by fear. Fear of hidden dangers. Fear of secrets being discovered. Or fear
Oh
of the
no,
unknown.
bitch. What's in that safe, bitch?
But sometimes, what we think may be a demon lurking in the shadows turns out to be merely our guardian angel in disguise.
Not Erik Larson.
There are
Another
people
one.
who spend a lifetime earning the respect and admiration of their peers and neighbors.
Oh, Sean. Oh.
It can all be for naught.
Oh. Oh.
When one's decency is called into question.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, because when you start being a good person. Oh. Ooh.
Did you honestly believe you would get away with this?
Oh, my God. Oh, y'all, look at my garden. Oh, shit.
Get away with what?
Don't play games with me, young man. You know exactly what I mean.
No, I don't. Mom, can you help me out here?
Right, why are you yelling at my son?
Your son has been posting these flyers all around the neighborhood.
I didn't do it. Mom, you've got to believe me.
Take a deep breath, Bree. Now tell me, do you have one of the flyers with you?
Yes, I have one right here. See for yourself.
Why would my son go to all this trouble just to call some girl easy?
It's obvious he's trying to get revenge on our family. Poor delusional boy thought he was good enough for my Danielle.
I'm not seeing it, Bree. What is obvious about it? No, deadass. Why we get
Yeah,
revenge?
I didn't see it at first either. But if you think about it, it makes sense. It's this vicious circle. He circulated those nasty flyers. Danielle blamed Julie for them and started spreading rumors about her at school. As soon as Julie told me, I came over here. We may not agree who the culprit is, but we both agree that this whole issue started because of your son's actions.
I'm just here for moral support for my two favorite girls.
Boy, fuck out of here.
Everyone's dancing around the subject. But the one thing we know is that your son has ruined our girls' lives.
Okay, let's all take a deep breath here. I have an idea. Why don't you let me take care of my own son?
Well, if his past behavior is any indication, I'm not sure you're up to the task.
Hold up. Oh no, because I was just saying y'all my girls. I was just, Bree, you lucky I ain't beat your ass in that cooking competition. Susan, I already fucked Mike Delfino and Karl, so watch your fucking mouth, bitch. And your voice is annoying. Oh, y'all, they got me fucked up. My son is my fucking king, not my son, bitch. Not mine. Don't, not my family.
Fine. Start by proving who's behind these flyers. If your son didn't do it, obviously someone else did. Find that person.
Why the fuck is it my son that did it? You can't even prove that he did it, bitch. Like, what the fuck? Why I gotta do this shit? Why I gotta do it? All right, fine. I will look into the flyers, and once I prove my son didn't make them, I'll make sure he settles things with your girls.
That sounds reasonable.
Works for me.
Bree?
Yes, I suppose that will suffice. If your son is innocent.
The fuck? Bitch, Bree, I don't give a fuck that you're an NRA member. I'll scrap with anybody.
There you are.
Do you have a problem with my son as well?
Your son has been sending me some terrible emails.
What kind of emails?
Let's just say they involve a lot of derogatory terms. Not the kind of words you find on the SATs.
There you go. What more proof do you need that your son is a little criminal?
You can't be serious.
I certainly can. Makes me wonder about your child-rearing skills. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Oh, y'all, like the way you control your children. You seem to be so successful in raising little sociopaths. Ooh, how about you skip the child rearing lessons and take care of your little harlot there? Ooh!
All right, fine. I'll give you a chance to prove your son's innocence. For the record, I think he's guilty as hell.
No, I really thought y'all was my sisters. No, fuck a sisterhood. Fuck that shit.
Come on, Karl. Let's let her deal with her son.
Sure thing, Susie Q.
You better leave too, Allison, so I can take care of my
Okay.
son.
Just keep in mind, they were very nasty little emails. If he did this, something has to be done.
Thanks for getting rid of them, Mom.
Get inside. I'm going to deal with you in a minute. Yeah, because what? What? Okay, you guys. So we're going to end here. I really thought today was going to be the last episode. So I guess next episode will be the last episode, like, for real, for real. But, oh my gosh, y'all. This shit is getting... Wow. Vincent Corsetti? What the fuck did he do to me, y'all? And I don't care. My husband is still suspicious, too. Like, him and Vincent, they must be in on this shit together or something, bitch. Like, no, something is going on here, y'all. And I'm going to get to the bottom of it. And also, Susan and Bree, bitch, watch your fucking back. Seriously, don't ever talk about my fucking son. Bree, especially when you're... Bree, you over here doing all that for your kids? Your kids don't even fucking like you. So I don't know what the fuck you doing all that for. Like, dead ass, bruh. Anyway, let me go smoke, y'all. Because they over here talking shit about my family. And I don't have to deal with this. Like, dead ass, bruh. I don't have to deal with this at all. Okay? But with that being said, I will see you guys next time for the 7th and last part of Desperate Housewives. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay beautiful.